Good morning.
Goeiemôre.
Yeah, guys and girls, this morning is all about adapting to your new life in New Zealand, or how to adapt to New Zealand. It's probably a bit of a controversial topic this morning, and I know everybody will be different, and everybody will have a different experience regarding this. And all that we can do is try and give you some guidelines. So, good morning to everybody. Said good morning, Andre. Yeah, I'm coming to Auckland to this afternoon and tomorrow and so forth. So it's been kind of hectic weekend for us. Lying ahead, going to see some clients down there. Um, when I think about people coming to New Zealand, I see the following: I see that guy and his wife, and perhaps some kids, walking out on the airport. You remember that?
Mm.
That they look like a doe stuck in the headlights of a car. Like they walk out and they think, "Wow, we are here."
Or
And
they think, oh my word, where am I?
sometimes
Where
the,
should
the
I
guy
go?
looks like, "Oh, where?" And the girl said, "I'm glad I'm here." So, and then normally they go and they stand in front of that big poster in Auckland Airport and they take a photo there because that's probably the right thing to do when you're arriving in New Zealand. But what thereafter? So, my thoughts on the subject would be, if you are new and you are going to arrive to New Zealand, try and do what they do, a soft landing. I don't know if you know what a soft landing is, but the soft landing is the following. It is point one. You arrive here and then you have somebody that can take care of you for a short period of time. I would say 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Somebody that can either get you from the airport, help you buy a first car, book you into a place like an Airbnb or one of these things. And that is a soft landing for me.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen most of the
That doesn't
time.
happen most of the time, but if you don't have a soft landing, create a soft landing.
Yeah, but do it
Do
yourself.
it yourself then, yeah.
Yeah,
So
don't you're trying to say that they should get someone
if
to do
if
it
it's
for them.
possible, like I see there's a lot of South Africans now these days offering 2 to 3 week stay in their houses.
Oh,
And
okay.
I know this is a way for these people to generate some money, but at the end of the day, they're also delivering a crucial service to somebody.
Yeah, because the worst thing that can happen to you is you arrive on the airport and you've got nowhere to go. You kind of have to,
You don't even know where to go.
yeah.
That's even worse
Mm,
than have nowhere to go.
mm.
And do not arrive here and have nowhere to go, guys. It's very late in the day then already for you. You should have somewhere, at least some place, Airbnb,
Yeah,
something to
even if
go
you
to.
just book 2 or 3 nights, just
Yeah,
so that
even
you
just if you
can
book a few nights.
get over the worst jet lag
Mm.
and just kind of buy a car,
Yeah,
maybe.
because you are going to arrive with the worst bubble loss you've ever had in your life. And it's going to be clapping you, and you're going to be angry at your wife and the kids and everybody, and the wife is going to growl at you. But at the end of the day, you're going to make the best of it. So if you could do something like that, do that. What were your thoughts on that?
um, yeah, I would just say kind of do your homework before you come. Make sure that you have got a place to stay, or if you can have someone just to meet you at the airport. Sometimes there are people that will just
Mm.
meet you and just show you where to go and what to do. Otherwise, like we arrived at the airport, we knew we were staying in the Ibis Hotel for
Yeah,
one night,
which is about 1 kilometers of walk because we did
and
it.
we didn't even we walked with all our luggage 1 kilometer
Please
to the
tell them
Ibis
the real
Hotel.
reason why.
What is the real
The bus
reason?
was about another hour.
Oh, okay, I can't
The bus
remember.
was every hour, and we arrived about 5 minutes after we
I
only
just
got out in
remember
the
that
middle
it
of the night.
started to drizzle and I was just thinking, oh
Just as we
my
entered the
word.
hotel, it started to drizzle,
Yeah,
but
but
I was
anyway,
just thinking,
but
we are
we were
here, we are
very
here.
yeah, we were very excited.
Yeah,
We weren't phased by that at all.
no,
And what we then did is the next day, um, Jan booked a car for us.
yeah.
How long did you book the car for?
I booked the car for, but I think it was eight,
Nine
eight or
days?
9 days. I
Yeah,
just thought, give us some time just to settle in, but get this car.
yeah.
And then I need to worry to immediately buy a car. We had an Airbnb in Auckland booked because I had to do some courses down there, and then we had another Airbnb booked in Tauranga for another 46 days.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is so then what we did is in that 9 days that we had the
Mm,
vehicle, we looked for cars.
yeah.
So then you bought a car and Zan Zahn got a
Got a
car.
car, yeah. It's only you who can make up your
Yeah,
mind.
I couldn't make up my mind, so
I think she didn't want to drive in Auckland. That was the thing.
So then at least you've got a car sorted. And what we also did in that time is we went to the bank, we went to Westpac, and we opened our bank
Got a
accounts. We waited with the license conversion until we arrived in Tauranga.
Because you can drive for another 12 months on your valid South African license.
So,
read what Vanita's saying.
Vanita's saying your employer should provide you with a settlement package which has all the details for accommodation, transport options, rentals, etc.
So this is
know that.
This is a new thing probably. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you get all this, the accommodation and so forth, it could mean that that accommodation has been fully booked. It's one of those things you can't just rely on something. You've got to make up your mind. You've got to do some of your own homework. You've got to. It's hustle the whole time. So,
what did we do? Someone saying, if I can comment about buying a car, we bought cash, but could only withdraw maximum cash each day from the end-to-end, as our New Zealand bank account did not have money in yet.
Yeah, that was also something. What I did, and this was written by Jan Viljoen on one of our other pages.
Because we also bought cash. We bought the cars cash.
No, yes, we did.
Yes,
we did. But I paid money over to my Westpac account.
Okay.
And which I opened from South Africa. I paid that money about a year before the time over, and it was lying there. And I had to just go and prove who I am, what I am. And they gave me a temporary card which I could swipe for any amount.
Okay.
So some of the money we took out as cash from the tellers at the ATM or inside the bank.
Yes.
And some of the money we swiped.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
yes.
With that one company, I think where I bought Zahn's car, they gave me time to pay the money over from my account to their account.
Okay.
So that was easy done. So
Vanita's saying the settlement package is part of the accredited employer work visa requirements. Okay, so that is a new thing then.
So that's a new thing. Somebody just asking, is there a space where people can go and look for soft landing? Unfortunately not. But keep your eyes open on our pages. We allow those type of adverts on our pages for people that I trust. I'm not going to expose you to scammers that will want to take your money, but I know there's people that trust, like Leonie Winter and those people.
Yeah, some people have got a room in the house that they offer, and it really makes it a little bit easier.
And you know why I say this is important that somebody does something like this? Because now you arrive. Yes, you know you've got to do your license with the AA, but you don't know where the AA is. I mean, if you just take Tauranga, it's a small town. We've got 2 different AAs, and the one doesn't do licenses at all. I one day went there, and there was a rather long queue, and I sat in this queue for about an hour or something like that, just to do something else. And eventually, I said, "Oh no, a different branch." If somebody through all of these,
but you will still be able to do everything on your own if you don't have someone that can help you. I mean, if we did everything. You just figure it out.
Oh, you have to figure it out.
You'll figure it out.
You have to figure
if you
it
just out. keep having the right mindset, then you'll be able to do anything anyway.
And then it's all up to you. It's all up to you at the end of the day.
So. Okay, then I think we should talk a little bit about that first week, maybe starting with your new job.
Guys, and I can't say this enough.
This is very important.
I can't say this enough. This is New Zealand. This is not South Africa or England or wherever you come from. This is New Zealand. And they work on a thing called island time here. And they refuse to budge on that. And they've got their own ideas in their mind. And the island time and their ideas is something you are going to slot into. Point.
Don't try to change it. You'll just aggravate them.
You'll make them angry, and they don't understand how you work, and you can't tell them we did it like this, and they will just tell you, why don't you go back there? It's as easy as that.
So the best advice we can probably give is go, do what you're supposed to do. Don't interfere in the way that they do it, even if you see that it's not the right way. You can do that later. Don't do that in the first week that you arrive at your new job.
And the thing is, South Africans are like this. We arrive, we see, oh, this thing doesn't work like this. Now we want to change it.
And I get it. I get it.
I've got so much respect for somebody who wants to do that, because that's actually the right way to do it.
And it's frustrating because you know that it's not right. In the end, it's going to bite you in the bum. But
and then they say, you're a difficult person. You're not difficult. You just want to do the thing right. But take a step back. Bring your side, but look how they do it. And try to fit in that way first, before you slowly move them over to the right way, if they have been doing it wrongly.
Yes.
If they have been doing it wrongly.
Yeah.
The other thing, a few employees have told me about, and this is something I don't know where to address this, but a few employers have told me, our South Africans are so eager, they will say yes to anything, even if they can't do it. Yep. They had to fire a guy now who was here for 2 weeks. He came here, he did the interview in New Zealand, and he promised them everything. He can do everything. And when they started letting him doing everything that he promised, he couldn't do it. And it's that eagerness to get away and and I know where these people are coming from. Sadly, I know where they're coming from. But if you can't do a thing, rather be honest and say, "Whoa, I can't do that, but I can learn to do that." I mean, we are not that stupid, so we can learn to do
I know that you probably really are in such a.
The boss said, "Do you know this in this program? Even if you don't if you don't know it, sometimes you just feel, if I'm going to say no now, I'm not going to be hired."
I know that's what I want to say.
Yeah, I fully understand where these people are coming from, and
I get it. Yeah, but rather say that you're a fast learner and you can learn it quickly. Someone's asking about the cutoff age. I think Vanita can maybe answer that. So if I come at 55, is it possible to get permanent residency even after 2 years? And then the other question, do I need to redo my driver's license test there? No.
Let's answer that. The second part, do I need to redo my driver's license test there? If it's a normal driver's license, the answer is no. Yeah. If you do the trucks and those type of things, there's different rules for that. So if you're coming as a truck driver or bus driver, there is a bit of a change to that.
You'll have to do.
The cutoff age, I'm thinking they're talking about the cutoff age of 55 for residency. I'm not allowed to say anything about that, but I spoke to somebody in the week, and this person was 63. And he said that immigration told him that he will be able to get residency. So I'm not going to put anybody's hopes up there. I didn't say anything on that. I would rather leave that to somebody like Benita or Stu or one of these boys.
It's better to just ask an immigration advisor.
Probably way better trained than me.
There are so many criteria and stuff that we really
we don't always know anything. So and I'm not allowed to give any advice on immigration as well.
Okay, what else we can talk about?
Yeah, Benita's saying 55 is the cutoff age, so you must apply for residency before this age.
Okay.
Thanks, Benita.
Settling or finding a school for your kids. We've got our children here now from South Africa. They've just arrived 2 weeks ago, and trying to figure out what school to go to and where to fit in your.
It looks like that's kids. A bit of a struggle.
It is a headache, and I knew it was going to be a headache.
And the thing is, you've got to keep a few things in mind. Point one, the zoning.
Yes.
Even if you like that specific school, if you're not in the zone, you're probably not going to get your kid in there.
Yeah, and they won't be renting a place for the next 2 months probably, because they're waiting for their container to come. So what do? Do you rent a place and live without furniture just to get in the zone where you want your kids to go to school?
See, that's a catch-22.
Or do you just
stick to the Airbnb? And
I don't know. It's a difficult one.
Yeah,
it's a really difficult one. And the thing is, you get a feel for an area and you get a feel for a school, and especially if you've just arrived from South Africa and your kids are Afrikaans, I get it. You want them to feel at home and you want them to feel comfortable in the space where they are. So
you can probably answer this question. Somebody asked me, is there any Afrikaans schools down here?
No, there's not.
But there is a lot of help for Afrikaans kids.
There is a lot of help for Afrikaans kids, but there aren't schools that's just Afrikaans.
Where's the Afrikaans class? Somewhere? Okay, let's just go there. I heard something like that there's somewhere in Afrikaans.
I know that there are
class,
tutors.
and then they bring them over to English.
Yes, there are tutors that will teach your children to speak English. but there aren't specific Afrikaans schools.
And yeah, I'm going to play devil's advocate here now. It's important that the kids get trained in English
I
as
know,
well.
but I get it that you really
do
just want
understand.
them to
Fully
phase
understand,
into
yeah.
it and not. But I probably the best way to do it is probably just to get thrown into
the workspace is going to be English. The university is going to be English.
I know
so
that. But I get it. You want them to just feel comfortable when
slowly
they
but
arrive.
surely just phase into that.
Yeah, especially if they are a little, I don't know.
She's saying her
shy.
child is only 2 now, and I think she will adapt.
Oh yeah,
The kid will adapt faster than you will adapt,
she'll be
Mariska.
fine.
Keep
I
that in
think
mind.
as before they go to actual school when they're still in kindy, I don't think you need to worry about it at all. They pick it up so easily. Even the children that goes to school, it's like a term and then they fully English. But it's just, I know for you, for your sake, you want them to feel
as easy or
that
fit
they
in as
belong.
easy as possible.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I forgot?
Yes.
I forgot to get us a video of the boat trip.
Oh, okay.
But we are going to give 2 people a chance to join us in the final draw. So this morning, no further ado, you can say burp, burp, burp.
No.
Don't charge. All right, let's run the random generator. We've got 168 entries this morning. So let's run.
Let's see.
The generator is coming back to number 42. Number 42 is Daniela Nietling. Would you write number 42 down fast? So our first applicant for the final was Daniela Nietling. And let's take the next one.
Applicant.
What is the right word? Contestant.
Never mind. Just generate the next number.
And the next one is lucky number 9. Number 9 is nice. Mariana Langhout.
Okay.
All right. So you've got the 2 for today.
Okay.
We'll make contact a bit later just to tell them that they have been entered. So
if you haven't entered yet and you are a client of JB Financial Services, look at the website, look at the
we have sent a newsletter to everybody. If you haven't got the newsletter, please just get hold of us somewhere along the line. You could have had your
maybe you changed your email
or something like that. Yeah. Somebody just saying we got here and my 2 youngest did not speak or understand a word of English. 1 year later, they sound like Kiwis. Yeah, that is the fact. And they sound so easily. They sound within a few
I think
weeks.
we worry too much. It's probably because we know
we want to keep
our
the best
our struggles, and we kind of
I think it's just because we want to really give the best to our kids.
Especially if you're kind of like me and you feel anxious about stuff. So you're thinking shame. They're also going to feel anxious. And they are probably going to feel anxious that first day. But I must tell you, the two little ladies here can't wait to go to school. They ask us every day, when can they go to school?
See, they're more anxious to go to school than I was to not go to school. So,
and the funny thing is, we had a play date with another boy 2 days ago.
But they speak English, though.
And he is Afrikaans. He speaks English now a lot because he's in Kiwi land. But his mom and dad still speaks Afrikaans to him. And his mom said to them, he still speaks Afrikaans. So they started in Afrikaans. And then later, when we walked to the park, I heard, no, they're now talking English to him.
Okay.
That's recorded so cute. He's really so cute.
Brian's saying, only advice I can give, bring lots of underwear. Quality here is crap and very expensive for good stuff.
I agree.
So you're hanging loose, mate, hanging loose.
Yeah, so I just buy the cheap stuff and then I just keep on buying them for every 6 months, buying new stuff.
Cheap stuff.
It is really, so if ever I go to South Africa, which is probably, this year's probably going to be the last time that I go, then I tend to buy some nice underwear and bring it. You can get really nice underwear here, but they are quite expensive, I agree.
Last time I bought socks at Woolies, when I put them on, they had holes in them.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about socks.
I was just wondering how good is their quality these days.
Okay, what else can you do to adapt?
I would just think integrate with the community. Integrate in a way that suits you.
I think the first thing that you should do is get familiar with your surroundings. So if you live in Tauranga, I remember when we came to Tauranga, I was so confused with all the suburbs. I didn't know what was there. I didn't.
But it is a confusing
It is
town.
confusing, but I mean, most big places have got a lot of suburbs, and it is really confusing. And with Tauranga, everything is laid out around the water. So
which is lovely, by the
it
way.
is so far apart from each other. So I would say take a weekend or 2 weekends and just drive around to the suburbs and see what it looks like
Yeah.
in the suburbs, in the shopping area in the
And that's
suburbs,
the while you are
maybe.
still in your Airbnb or your soft landing.
Yes, just do that and see, get a feel of what
Yeah.
it feels like and what it looks like, and maybe then you'll get a better feel of where you really
Oh
want to
yeah.
be.
Oh yeah.
Just familiarize yourself, and with the shops as well. Go to all the shopping centers and go into the local dairy and stuff, and just see what it's like.
At Mariska van the one with the child saying we'll be starting overselling everything this side. What are the most important thing to bring with besides good underwear? So thanks, Brian, for giving the good underwear tip this morning. So the most important things, if you are going to bring nothing, bring a few suitcases of what clothes you got now. Keep in mind it's starting to go over to winter here now. It's still not really cold, but you can feel the pinch early morning. During the days, it's quite hot still. But then I would say, if you're not bringing anything else, bring sentimental stuff.
Yeah, stuff that you know
A
in
box
10
of
years'
tissues
time.
from your Oma's funeral, or stuff that's really important. Now, people have got weird things that they hold on to.
Yeah.
And I would say, if you are coming this side, and you got a computer or a laptop or something that what you need to work with as soon as you arrive here, bring that.
They probably will do that.
No, but it's rather important. I mean, people think, okay, we're going to start full over and leave everything.
I'm thinking now of Francine and what they didn't bring and what they did bring and what they actually need at the moment.
Yeah, they need a lot of stuff.
If you can bring, I know what my daughter packed in her container, and she actually needs it now, is the warm wat is 'n kamerjas in Engels?
Bathrobe.
No, it's not a bathrobe.
What's a kamerjas? Come
Wat is
on.
'n kamerjas in Engels?
What's a room jacket? Probably not. Where's the Afrikaans English people? Come on.
Oh my word. It's probably something very easy and we can't
Gown. A gown.
A gown, thank you,
thanks,
Brian.
Brian, as well.
Yeah, she forgot a gown, and it's really starting to get cold. And I see now, I know we have kind of adapted to the weather. So for us, it's really nice at the moment. I love the weather, the way that it is now, but they are really getting cold. Everyone's laughing at us now. So probably maybe bring a nice warm gown. I mean, you can buy it. Yeah, I bought one for her, but it's like $45. So if
you got one, bring it.
If you've got one,
just remember it's a bulky thing. I'll answer this question now. On the subject of bulky things, you can go and buy that vacuum bag. This is what I did. I bought the vacuum bag. I put the vacuum bag inside of my suitcase. I packed all my stuff in there, and I closed the vacuum bag, and I sucked it, and it closed down the shape of my suitcase. Yeah. Otherwise, you struggle to get it in again.
Yeah.
So
there's a nice one, Benedine. She's saying bring adapters. That is a huge one. Bring adapters.
And that's the same answer to the person saying, yeah, will electronics work there with your plug points? No. The plug points are totally different. I'm sorry I don't have a plug point near me now.
Yeah.
So it's a 3 flat point. So there's no way that these two will even nearly go into the same hole.
Yeah, no, it won't. So bring an adapter.
But I'm going to say this though. Only bring adapters for stuff like your cell phones, which is fixed to the thing, which you can't change. For everything else, go and change the plug. It's as easy as that. Yeah, it takes a bit of time. You sit down, you go to Pack and Save. That time, I don't know now. That time it was the cheapest. I bought 20 or 30 or I don't know how many plugs. I just sat and changed plugs all day.
Otherwise, you're always going to struggle.
You're always going to struggle.
When you go and visit someone, you always have to go take
down the bottom here. There's still a South African multi-plug line.
Yes.
Because that's the other thing you can bring. You can bring in a multi-plug. I bought one of the multi-plugs. It's got the 3 holes and the 2 holes in.
Okay, then you just change the plug
Just
on the
turn the plug
multi-plug.
on the
That's a
multi-plug.
very good idea.
The reason why I have got the sound system that you can listen to
Yes.
on my computer is still one of those that you can't change.
Okay.
So I have to throw everything out, and I just feel it's still working.
Yeah.
It's been working for 7 years.
That is a really good idea.
So,
bring a multi-plug.
Bring a multi-plug.
That's
That's
but
the
we
easier
changed
way.
everything. We bought quite a few new electronic stuff when we came over, but we just changed all the
No,
plugs.
we bought the electronic stuff. We just left them in the boxes and shipped them over as is. And for the first time, used them in New Zealand, but we changed all the plugs from day one. So, Another one is dressing gown. It's not just a gown, it's a dressing gown.
But this was just a gown. A dressing gown is something nice, flashy.
The naughty stuff.
No.
Our 18s.
Yeah, Benita, that's true. Most laptops and phones are now USB. It's true. So it is easier.
Yeah, it is. But still, the problem with that, even if it's a C, the plug at the end that's got the adapter part, that goes into the wall. That can still get the wrong plug on.
Okay. So adapters, I think that's probably the most important. What else? What else?
I would just say take time, guys. Take time.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Don't think you're gonna adapt in the first week that you're here. It's
Don't think you're gonna adapt
time.
in the first month. It's probably gonna take you a year.
And the thing is, you have to adapt to the people at work. You're lucky if you work amongst other South Africans. Although if they're here long enough, they'll probably also have changed a little bit by now, work-wise. So just give yourself some time to phase into the environment and into the work environment and find friends. I know it's gonna take long, especially now. I see when you're alone, it's easy to just go out. But if you've got kids, it's not that easy to go out. So it's not like you can say, okay, I'm going to make friends. I'm going to go visit this one and whatever, or try to make friends if you've got kids. It's not easy.
It's difficult. So, and I want to reach out this morning to the South Africans that are already here for a while. If you see a newbie, guys, reach out, please. I know. Think about how you felt the first day you arrived. You don't need to give them money or food or anything. Just reach out. They just sometimes just need a word from you saying it's going to be okay. And that's all they want to hear.
What thing that I want to say, and a lot of people do this, is that if they see new people, they say, as jy lus is vir 'n braai, bel ons. Don't do that. They're never going to call you. Would you? No. Call them and invite them.
Yeah, and the problem is the first few months, those people probably won't have a bride to invite them.
And they're not going to invite themselves. No. It's not the way. I mean, I know you mean it well, and you really mean if you want some company, please call me. But reach out from your side and invite them from your side.
It's just a different breed.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, you will be able to do it.
Saying so it will be deep winter in May, June. I won't say, depending where you go.
Yeah. Where are you going?
Yeah, sorry.
But even if you are coming to Tauranga from South Africa, it's going to be winter for you. You're going to be cold.
But it'll be the same as Cape Town. If you come from Cape Town to Tauranga, very much
but it's going to be cold. It's not warm.
Yeah.
Elzaan, if you're near in Tauranga and want to meet people, come along to the Multicultural Festival on Saturday. Yeah, if you're in Tauranga, there are going to be quite a few South Africans there.
You can also get lost in the crowd. Risk on them as coming to Hamilton. Hamilton is very much like, sorry, I'm going to say it's very much like Bloemfontein in the Free State. It's cold.
Yeah. So yes.
And it's hot in the summer. So
just bring enough clothes.
Yeah, bring some clothes. Yeah. But once you are inside and the air cons are running, you're off.
We've actually been looking at the schools in Hamilton and they look absolutely amazing. Yeah.
But still. All right.
Okay.
We've got to say goodbye now.
Okay.
If I don't stop for this morning, I won't get out of the house. All right, guys, thanks. And we see you next week, same time, same place. And good luck to those applicants. Is that the right word? The contestants.
Applicants. You don't apply for a competition.
They did apply. They all sent us a nice letter.
Lowest temperature there in winter. In Tauranga, lowest probably 8.
Yeah, a normal day start off at about 8. It can go down to about 3, but that is about once or twice.
Yeah,
in the
no,
winter.
not in Tauranga.
And,
Other places, yes, minus. They go
some
into
places
minus.
in South Islands minus
Yeah.
from.
Okay.
Okay.
Ag ons
All right.
kuier nou so lekker.
I know, we're talking lekker to the people now. Man. Okay.
Okay. Have a good
See you all.
weekend.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.